Last Saturday, Buckeye Nation looked on in despair as the Ohio State Buckeyes, the second ranked Ohio State Buckeyes, dropped a fourth straight game against the Michigan Wolverines in the shoe. This is the third time in 2 years in the shoe. Again, fourth straight loss to Michigan. Probably asking yourselves, how did we get to this point? This was possibly the worst team that Michigan has fielded in a while, especially on offense. You have a walk-on quarterback, a linebacker converted to running back. Their best tight end is out. Colson Loveland, first rounder. Donovan Edwards gets knocked out of the game. He's going to get drafted somewhere the third, fourth round. They literally have nobody. Their touchdown came off a Will Howard interception inside the 10-yard line. That's their only touchdown. Other than that, they're settling for field goals. It seemed like the deck was stacked in Ryan Day's corner, but he did everything possible to mess this up. You have NFL-ready wide receivers, Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate, Emeka Egbuka. You have a quarterback who's actually willing to put it all on the line. And what do? You try to run it up the middle where Kenneth Grant and Mason Graham are just waiting to eat, to devour any running back that comes their way. And that's exactly what happened. Ryan Day played right into Michigan's hands. Texas is the only team who got it right against Michigan. Let's get our skill players out in the open. Let's go around the ends. Let's play the perimeter, and we're going to tire them out. And that's exactly what happened. During that game, Mason Graham, Ken Grant, they were just huffing and puffing because they were getting tired out. They had to like run all the way to make plays instead of just having to like shed the block and wait there to devour whatever came their way. And you're probably asking, why, Ryan Day? Why do you keep trying to run against this superior Michigan O-line when, hell, their Ohio State's offensive line has been reshuffled twice this season, and it's still not up to par? You're going against Michigan's arguably the best defensive line in the country. They earn the right to call themselves that they have the best defensive line in the country. So again, how do we get here? It goes all the way back to 2021 when it seemed like yet another year where the Ohio State Buckeyes were going to go into the big house, take care of business, move on to the Big Ten championship, and then make some noise in the playoffs. They were favored. And then the game happens. Hassan Haskins just completely ran up and down the field against that Buckeyes defense. Got 5 touchdowns. I think he could have scored another one right now. I don't know. And then after the game, I think it was what his name? Josh Gaddis. He makes the comment that Ohio State's soft. That coach is soft. Their program's soft. That label completely broke Ryan Day. And from there on out, that comment has lived in his head. And then the next season in the horseshoe, this just proves it, that he was just, all the talk about being the tougher team, just all this talk. Does it let me ask you this, does a smart person have to keep telling the world how smart they are? No, they show it. Ryan Day just kept talking about how the team is tough, the toughness, and he blew it the next year against Michigan in the shoe after that 2021 loss. Brought in Chip Trayanum, converted a linebacker to running back. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna run down the middle. I'm gonna slash and gash their defensive line. I'm gonna play bully ball. No, you just ended up playing the game that they wanted you to play. And then 2023, like literally, and this was also a bad luck. So 2023, before Ohio State played Notre Dame, Luke Holtz made a comment about Ohio State Buckeyes. Said they're not a tough team. They lose in the trenches. They're soft. And when Ohio State won at the last second against Notre Dame, Ryan Day's Ryan Day goes to the press. I want to know where Lou Holtz is. This is a tough team. He had no business saying that. Oh man, there it is. Like the dude, like trying to prove that he's tough. Doing that is that the opposite of tough. And then against Michigan, it happens again. They start going to the run game. Game over. Played right into their hands again. Lost. Now, the 2024 season, this is again, this was not a good Michigan team at all. Really good defense. Ohio State played the game that they wanted them. Ohio State played the game that Michigan wanted them to play. They would have been screwed if Ohio State would have played the perimeter more, put all their NFL ready skill players out into space. But no, the soft label broke him, and that game proved it. Him and Chip Kelly, they want to be like, oh, yeah, we're going to run against the NFL ready defensive line. We're going to show the world how tough we are. And it backfired big time. Backfired. Just it's hard to talk about, but it's true. That soft label made Ohio State play in the Michigan hands, and they wanted them to try to run down the middle. They basically said, "I dare you," and it didn't work, and it cost them the game. Cost Ryan Day the game. Now Columbus is saying, "Don't come back. We want you gone." I'm willing to give it a little bit more time. I think as the playoffs go on, if they keep moving in the playoffs, they keep winning. The more games they win the playoffs, the less percentage that him getting fired goes down. But if he gets a first round loss, it's over. But anyways, yeah, happened once again on Saturday. The tough label continues to live inside Ryan Day's head. And that is what cost him the game against Michigan. Just no excuses. No more.